Hey, what's up everybody? Isaac here with another Conqueror's Blade video, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Axe Raiders. I'd like to know what you're thinking about them. Are you loving them, or are you one of those people that are threatening to quit the game because you hate them so much? Well, if you are, I think that's a silly idea, and here's why. Because if you don't want to play the Axe Raiders, you actually have options that you can counter them quite well with. You can see here, I have my Palace Guards, and as the Axe Raiders charge in, I squat them down and then I activate the 2 ability and we delete them very nicely. Sure, we had the help of half of a unit of paladins, but regardless, the Palace Guards are an excellent counter. And just a short while later, here's another clip. No Axe Raiders involved, but the enemy, they got some Medal. They got some old men, some really meta units in the current game. And our teammates, having a little bit trouble punching through, but I show up with my Palace Guards and we charge them in. We activate the 2 ability and we punch through nicely as I run away to heal up. So shortly here, we're going to have another clip of me using the old men. And I come up against a guy that he's playing the Axe Raiders and he doesn't want nothing to do with facing my old men. And I don't blame him because the old men, they counter the Axe Raiders quite nicely. So that's the thing, if you're not loving the Axe Raiders, play a unit to counter them, challenge yourself. Say, hey, I'm going to get into some games, I'm going to find a unit that I can counter the Axe Raiders, and I'm going to do well, even if I'm not playing with the Axe Raiders like everybody else is. And you definitely can do that. I've done that in many games where it's like, I don't really feel like playing the Axe Raiders, I'm going to play some different units. Pull out the old men, pull out the Palace Guards, there's some other options. You can even pull out the old Shield Maidens. I think the Shield Maidens are actually a little bit better in the current meta than they've been before. Still don't think they're the best unit possible, but they're a fun little unit with the speed that they have. And yeah, so challenge yourself. And personally, I think it's pretty sweet that the developers are coming up with some new units. They're not just hitting copy and paste, making the same unit over and over again and calling it by a different name. They're making some new units with, a whole new style of gameplay. So, personally, I've been loving it. I think it adds a fun new dynamic to the game. It's sweet that it changes up the meta a little bit. Or maybe I should say a lot of it. So, let me know what you're feeling. What have you found to counter them nicely? What are you finding doesn't counter them at all? I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Personally, I think the game's in a pretty good spot right now. They're making new units that add some new options for us, give us some new content. Instead of just the same over and over again. Some of the units that the Axe Raiders are beating, like the Paladins and the Stalwarts, these are units from Season 5, so personally, I think it's pretty nice that we have a new style of gameplay because let's be honest, if we're stuck on Season 5 gameplay, where's the content in that? So, personally, I'm enjoying having a new style of gameplay. The Axe Raiders are a real aggressive unit, and I enjoy that. So, I hope you have a good one. Let me know what you're thinking.